If you haven't heard, this is a case that's being called the Treadmill Abuse Murder. In this video, we have some of the direct and cross-examination of the child's mother. Hello, my name is Deborah Lelli, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and activate the notification bell to stay up to date on all upcoming videos. Let's get started. Christopher Greger is charged with a first-degree murder as well as with a child endangerment. The child endangerment is the charge that he was given because of the treadmill incident, and then the first-degree murder is a charge obviously based on the death of his son. Let's get right into some of the direct examination. Some of the direct examinations that I do want to just touch on was Dr. Nancy Deacon. That was the pediatrician that Corey did see for the emergency appointment that they did talk about. She testified to the injuries that she saw. She talks about how she did not notice any signs of any infections. She talks about her procedure and everything that she did. She noted everything. She also talks about the body graft that she had and the bruising and all the injuries that she pointed out.
Walk for me and jump up and down. I without any difficulty, without favoring anything. He had a normal gait. And I checked all his muscles, which for me is he has to hold him out. I got to push him down. He's got to push me away. Laying down, he has to show me he has good resistance of all his muscles. And so absolutely nothing that I was worried about with his muscles or his bones. He had no swelling. I had him stand on each foot, and he could bear weight, because sometimes you're even, so I made sure he had no problems with that. He had no swelling or warmth, anything that would suggest an infection of his skin, or any no swelling. And when I say no pain, with palpation of his chest, I push on all the ribs and all the bones to make sure that there wasn't any sign of rib or bone tenderness anywhere.
And doctor, were you making
body? I used a body chart because to be able to show and be able to remember where I saw any lesions on his skin.
Judge, may I approach the witness?
Sir.
So here, the prosecutor is going to show her that chart where she's talking about that she marked.
Dr. Deacon, I'm showing you what's been marked as S43 for identification. Could you take a look at it for me, please?
Yes.
Okay. Do you recognize that?
I do.
What is that?
And this is my my body chart that showed that, and I have written down the lesions that I noticed on his body. It says it was done. I labeled it as 4/1/21 Corey Micciolo.
And when you say his, you mean Corey's body?
Corey's body. Yes.
Okay. And does S43 accurately depict the observations that you made of Corey's body when he was at the visit at your office on April 1st, 2021?
It does.
So she's going to go through all the lesions or abrasions or anything that she noticed. And in my experience in these body charts, they will notate anything. Everything that they notice will be notated on these charts. So you're free, again, to take a listen to this. I will post a link in the description if you do want to watch her full testimony. But I am going to move on. So on the same day, Breanna does testify, and the prosecution begins the testimony with introducing the treadmill incident. Treadmill incident I will play for you so you are able to watch it. I won't play the full clip, but I will fast forward so you are able to see the parts that the prosecution wanted the jurors to see. So she begins laying the foundation, asking Breanna when she dropped off Corey, at what time, on what date. And again, this was on March 20th. So here you can see that it's March 20th, 2021. It's approximately 16:17 in the afternoon, so about 4:18 in the afternoon. He got dropped off, and you can see Corey on the right corner. And then you can see Christopher on the top part of the screen. And he's going to be basically working out on the end of the gym. And then Corey's going to be running just on the bottom portion of that gym. So I'm going to fast forward because little Corey does run on his own for quite some time until anything happens. So at about 16:28, Christopher comes and checks in on Corey, kind of just to see what he's doing, and then goes back. And then Corey keeps running. Christopher continues working out. So now we're at about 16:24 on the timestamp. I'm going to fast forward again. So it's about 16:26, and Christopher is about to come and speak with Corey, and this is kind of where the incident does take place. So I do just want to let the viewers know, in case you do not want to watch, you do probably want to fast forward until the end of this scene. Also, I do want to point out that the defense attorney did let the jurors know that after watching this video, that they were not going to like Christopher, because this is not a good video for Christopher. It's not a good video for the defense, but obviously it was going to come out. So that's obviously something that the defense attorney had to address from the beginning. So in opening statements, that was something that he did have to let them know, because it's not a good video for the defense. It's not a video that's easy to watch. So let me go ahead and start the video so you may watch. So here comes Christopher. He's going to approach Corey. In action, it appears that he speeds up the treadmill, and then you'll be able to see it from then. that point, you do see them walk out, and you see little Corey behind his dad. Okay, from the prosecution's direct examination, that's the only part that I really wanted to touch on. I do want to show you a couple clips from the defense attorney's cross-examination of Breanna. I think he does a very good job of the cross. His job was to discredit her, and he did a very good job at doing that. So let's go ahead and watch some of that testimony.
Yeah.
You remember that, right?
Yes,
Okay. So that's the day Corey died.
it was.
Okay. That's the day that you don't know what's going on, right? You don't have any idea what's going on yet, right?
Correct.
All right. And you're asking Justin to bring you a methamphetamine.
Yes,
So, and you said that you relapsed in February.
yes.
Is that true?
I actually, that day I didn't do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you
So-
wanted to do it.
I mean, yeah, I was very upset about my son being abused.
So you wanted a what is it?
Methamphetamine.
Methamphetamine. Do you recall on the same time, a little later in the afternoon, where you are saying, can I come over and buy one?
What time was this? 4:03. Yeah. I do, yeah. This is the same text message then, yeah.
And do you recall then going on and saying, I mean, I could get it by myself,
Yes,
I just don't want that much?
yes.
Now, what does that mean, I don't want that much?
I wasn't like in active addiction, so I didn't need much. So that's what that means.
Explain to me what that means. I don't.
Objection, Judge.
I
She
don't-
just answered the question.
Can you rephrase? When you said I don't need that much to Justin Boardman, are you discussing with him the amount of methamphetamine that you wanted?
Yes,
So when you said I don't want that much, it's less than you normally take?
yeah,
At about 3:49 PM, asking a person named Justin Boardman to bring me a bump.
yes. I see it.
You remember that, right?
Yes,
Okay. So that's the day Corey died.
it was.
Okay, that's the day that you don't know what's going on, right? You don't have any idea what's going on yet, right?
Correct.
All right, and you're asking Justin to bring you a methamphetamine.
Yes,
So, and you said that you relapsed in February.
yes.
So a bump, because he goes into questioning and asking her what's a bump, and she doesn't know how to explain it to him. But a bump of methamphetamine is about 5 to 10 grams of methamphetamine. The defense attorney is doing a lot of deflecting because the treadmill video is so bad and damning. That's something that's going to stick with the jury. And even if the doctors are able to testify that the cause of death for the child was not obviously based on the treadmill incident, that's going to stick with the jurors, and the jurors are going to remember that. So what he's trying to do is deflect from that and have the jurors remember that the mother was a meth addict. And so what he's doing here is destroying her credibility. And so anything that she might have said can hopefully go out the window for his client. The next part I want to show you is where the defense attorney tries to put the blame on her because she signs a consent for Corey to be released from the doctor, even though they are recommending he stay there.
So you took the child to,
Community medical center.
and when you get to community medical center, they also did an evaluation,
They did.
and they said, and you then, as a result of that, took them to Jersey Shore Medical Center.
Because there is a child abuse pediatrician there.
Okay. So there was no child abuse pediatrician at the other two hospitals?
Not that worked with DCPMP.
So when you got to Jersey Shore Medical Center, that's when they told you, you should leave again overnight?
No,
No, they never told you that? You never signed a piece of paper saying that you were leaving against their medical advice?
at community medical center, I did because they wanted to transport him in an ambulance, and I said I was going to drive him. They didn't tell me why, but yes, I signed that.
Another part that I mentioned during the opening is the part about where she goes to the defendant's parents' house and vandalizes the home and talks about the conviction during the opening statement. So here during his cross, he does get into a little bit of that questioning.
Mother was not involved. It was me and 2 friends, and yes, we did.
And at that time, you threw eggs,
Yes.
dead goldfish.
I don't think they were goldfish. It was fish from the supermarket.
So let me understand this. You woke up on this day, you decided you were going to drive to his parents' house, but before you did that, you actually put the thought in to go to a supermarket and buy fish.
Yes.
And you drove to his house, and you threw the fish. Were they dead? Or did you get fresh fish?
It was fresh. It wasn't fresh. It was
Well,
food.
did you get it from a market that had one of those tanks?
No, it was no. It was a dead fish.
What kind of fish?
I don't remember.
Was it expensive fish?
Not really.
So you got cheap fish.
Yeah.
So you got this fish, meat bones. What's a meat bone?
I don't remember that.
And goose eggs. Goose egg stones.
Oh, stones. Okay.
What is a goose egg stone?
I don't know.
Just,
It sounds like a stone, but
so you throw rocks. So you threw rocks, dead fish, bones, and eggs at Christopher's parents' house?
yes.
The defense attorney is showing the document to the prosecutor before approaching the witness.
Yes.
Okay. Now, does that refresh your recollection as to why you left Jersey Shore Medical Center?
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell us what you did, what you told them? The Jersey Shore Medical Center?
It says, given that she needs to bring her husband or her child to her husband within the next few hours.
So you didn't leave because you wanted to get to Jersey Shore Medical Center. You left, according to that record, you told people at the hospital that you wanted to take your son to his father.
Yes, that's what I said yesterday. I didn't say it was because I was rushing because I was on limited time.
So once again, that hospital, Community Medical Center, advised you to not take your child from the hospital.
It says they offered to transfer the patient, and then it also says he gave me the opportunity to leave at the hospital
What's the whole thing?
against medical advice.
Against medical advice. So they wanted you to leave Corey at the hospital and have him transported to another hospital. And you said no.
I drove him myself.
So that is some of the defense attorney's cross-examination. The prosecutor does get a chance to redirect, but I don't think it's necessarily worth getting into at this point. However, that is some of the key moments in day 1 and 2. The cross-examination of the defense attorney actually carried over to the second day. So stay with us as we cover this trial. I will be bringing you updates as the case progresses. If you have any questions or comments, don't forget to leave them in the comments below. As always, thank you for watching, and until next time.